thanks, and pray a little bit for those victims.
Parting words from legendary football coach Joe Paterno, who was fired by Penn State last night, just days after news broke of a child sex abuse scandal in his program. Critics say Paterno did not do enough to alert authorities back in 2002 when allegations against his former defensive coordinator first surfaced.
Students responded with an outcry on campus last night supporting Paterno. Meantime, assistant coach Tom Bradley has taken over the team. Our Brian Sanders has more on this fallout.
A new era begins at Penn State with an interim coach on unsteady ground.
I take this job with very mixed emotions due to the situation.
The scars are still fresh and deep. Accusations that former defensive coordinator Jerry Sandusky is a sexual predator, abusing young boys, some allegedly on campus.
How could they just ignore it? This was a child, a 10-year-old. These kids had, it's just so inconceivable that you would not do something about that.
Adding to the frustration and shock, accusations that legendary coach Joe Paterno may have been part of an alleged cover-up.
For the most part, students have looked at him as a figurehead, as a father, as a grandfather, as an icon. And to see him go in this manner really disappointed a lot of people.
Disappointment and anger that poured into the streets.
Joe Paterno is no longer the head football coach. Effective immediately.
As word of Paterno's firing spread across the campus late last night. But as the violence gave way to the realization that Paterno is gone and the scandal is not, students today were left to wonder what comes next.
I honestly don't know how the campus is going to move forward.
The new coach of the Nittany Lions says he and his team will have to help shape the future of this battered institution.
I'm going to find a way to restore the confidence and to start a healing process.
A tougher challenge, certainly, than any he or his players have ever faced on the field. Brian Sanders, KXAN News.
Looking in depth now here in Texas, you can get in big trouble if you do not report child sexual abuse. According to the Texas Penal Code, if you witness an act of sexual assault of a child and you do not report it, you can be charged with a Class A misdemeanor. That means you must immediately go to law enforcement or the CPS. It is the state law. The statewide hotline to report abuse is on your screen now. It's 1-800-252-5400.